Why, hello there everyone. I'm the Kumo Sensei, and yes, I'm back from my trip. It was quite a quite a long one, I tell you what. But anyhow though, I'm back and a lot of things have happened, and oh boy, I am exhausted. I am very much worn out. Like I need a week of a break off, honestly. Last week was like nothing but pure pressure just building up on top of each other. So today I hope, and maybe the rest of this week, I can actually relax. And when I say relax, I really need some time to sleep. I am exhausted. Like yesterday, I literally did not do anything but tarantula work, then working out, and then before I knew it, the day was pretty much over. This morning, I woke up, I did some ab workouts, and then now all of a sudden, like, it feels like I'm just exhausted. But sorry guys, no tarantula feeding or no spider feeding this week. Well, not on live stream that is, because I'm going to be doing that on my own. Because currently today, I was going to feed spiders, but then things happened. What happened, you may ask? Well, the answer is simple. We have a mite infestation, yahoo, which is actually pretty annoying. So allow me to explain. So for those who are wondering, there are these mites. They're pretty much called grain mites. And basically they thrive off moisture and stuff like that. And usually they appear in my roach colonies once in a blue moon. And once they appear, I'll tell you, it is an absolute nightmare. Like, getting rid of them is annoying. They're harmless, but if there's too many of them, they can actually become a problem. And is one solution, one problem. It's honestly annoying. Like, god dang. So I have 6 roach colonies right here to the side, and only one of them have signs of like a horrible mite infestation. So that tells me that it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, I hope. But if push comes to shove though, I'm gonna need to take some time off to work on that colony. Dealing with them usually isn't a problem. It's just the fact that it's really situational. Some days it could be really bad, other days not so much. And today is a day that they're possibly bad. Possibly. The thing about mites is that they reproduce at such an alarming rate, you honestly cannot control them because they're microscopic. But once they overproduce in big batches and clutches, you'll see them swarm everywhere. So, kind of annoying, but I'm currently working on that. But I hope everything's going well though, guys. It has been crazy, I'll tell you what. I cannot catch a break. And I truly mean that I need a break, man. Like, not from away from YouTube, but like just some days to sleep and not do spider work. Spider work is consuming my life. But then again, I did get rid of some of my spiders, so that's a good thing. And the only thing I did got, well, one of the only things I did get was actually a new tarantula that I already have from the species. I got another Goliath bird eater, and the reason why I got another one is because I need a male. So I'm hoping this time I get a male. I bought a little guy, and I'm hoping it's a male, because my goodness. I sold away one of my females, so that way I can buy another one, and hope and pray that I get a male that I need, because my goodness. I'm about to go insane. My luck with females when I need males is just driving me out of this world. It's honestly unfair for me, but it's what I need, man. Just one freaking male, guys. It is Valentine's Day coming tomorrow, as of, the live stream of today. And it's going, happy Singles Awareness Day, guys, because that is literally the best way to put it. It is going to be a cringy Valentine's Day for me, and the power is starting to blink, which is not a good sign, but let us hope for the best, because Valentine's Day is the day where you're the most loneliest. Or I'm lonely, that is. But I don't need a girlfriend. Don't go there, guys, please don't. I mean, I'll play along, but I don't really need a girlfriend. I'm fine the way I am. As beautiful as it is. Alright. I did not have any plans for today's stream. The only thing I know is that I just wanted to stream today. So, that's what we're doing. We're streaming, baby. Nothing too exciting. Just a bit of a recapping. By the way, guys, recording at the reptile show was an absolute it was a cluster of just everything. I couldn't record everything because the last time I went there to record, I was actually told not to record, which honestly doesn't make sense to me because it's literally a public, place where you can sell stuff. So this time around, I legit had to ask the people in their tables and vendors if I could record, which honestly I thought was a bit of a hassle. I mean, I don't, man, it's a longer approach to recording, put it that way. I couldn't record everything because one of a few reasons. One, the vendors were not there or present when I was there at their table or booth. Two, they said no. Or three, they just wasn't sure. So when it came to recording the show at Repticon or the Reptile Show, I had some that were yes, some that was maybe, some that were no. But I tried my best to record as much as I could. I think the full video is probably going to be around 12 to 15 minutes long. But then again, though, there's a lot of shaky cam and whatnot because there was literally people pushing me left and right. It was crowded. Yeah, certain aisles were crowded at the events, which tells me that it's flourishing, I guess, because it was just crazy. Well, that's really there was some other stuff as well, but then again, it's kind of, man, you know what? Now that I mention it, everything there is expensive. Oh my goodness. The price tags. I tell you what. The prices of everything at the show was expensive, but it's your typical stuff, $300 for a snake, or $400, $800. That's the exotic pet hobby for you guys. Prices are very high, even for tarantulas, as you saw in the video. Nothing's really cheap, but then again, it's truly a passion, not really a profit thing. So whether you lose money or gain money at the show, it's really all down to your passions. Hello there, John Knights. I hope everything's going well. But my goodness, man, the show was packed, crowded, and very hard to maintain. I could not, recording, gosh. Ooh, it was much easier this time than last time, but the fact that there were so many people, maybe because we're coming off from quarantine, man, it was just crazy. 19 more subscribers left. Exactly, yes, 19. We're so close, guys. 19 more subs, and then we'll actually be there. Once I hit 1,000 subs, I did make a promise. I'm going to post that cringy motivational video. It's a minute long. I'm going to post it. So you're going to see it no matter what. I made a promise about that. The Discord, it will happen. But I'm telling you, it is going to be the messiest the Discord is going to be the messiest thing you'll ever see in your life. I'm not really... The thing about me is that I don't really focus too much on my online sort of persona. You could put it that way. Because I literally just log into this account, this YouTube channel, like twice a day. Or 3 times a day at most. So I don't really focus too much on my life online. Because a lot of it happens behind me with the tarantula work and whatnot. So I can't really promise you I'll be active on the Discord, but I will choose some of you guys to be moderators, just in case if push comes to shove, because I don't want my Discord to be surrounded by bad people, because that's less than desirable. It's funny because I have been given Discord mod privileges in the past for other people's Discords, but I never did anything with them. True story, by the way. Man, it happened more than once, honestly, becoming a Discord mod and just never doing anything. And it's not because I don't want to be a Discord mod or anything like that. No offense to anybody on Discord, but it's just the fact that I don't really associate myself online as I used to from way back when. If it was me from my senior high school days, I would have been on Discord every day, but after college and whatnot, no. It's really more just so about focusing on enjoying life, I guess. Even though I do post daily here on YouTube, it's more so of a side. Dang, I don't want to. It's more of a side hustle than an actual YouTube goal. Because when like YouTube to me was not a I thing, it was a we thing. And even like now, but I gotta keep my promise though. The Discord and the cringy motivational video and the letter I wrote to you. Today is Brina Palencia's birthday. She's the voice of Tony Chopper in One Piece. Mineta My Hero Academia, Toga Kirishima, and Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, happy birthday, Brina. It's kind of funny because a lot of English voice actors is either I know or I don't know. Because there are so many voice actors nowadays. Like it literally just floods the entire market for voice acting. I feel bad for voice actors because now it is very competitive. I'll tell you what. The voice acting community is very competitive. The chances of getting like actual good roles in voice acting is very difficult. Like even like because like from my time as well, like from way back when, it was hard, but there was at least a chance, like an opportunity. Now there's almost no opportunities whatsoever because like everybody tries everything now just to get like a voice acting role, but there's no guarantee. It's kind of sad honestly because back then like you could just post voiceovers on YouTube and then like try to do commissions for voice work and then slowly build your reputation that way. But now it's gotten so saturated that a lot of voice actors go unnoticed. So it's just the way the game is. The game has changed. That's what I'm trying to say for voice acting. Like you're going to have to do everything just to get a chance at this point. I know that I know there's the Voice Actors Guild and some other websites where you can post your voice acting stuff for a chance to do voice acting. But even then, it's very slim to none. And the only reason why I know this is because I actually like tried to be in the voice acting community, but hey, it didn't work for me. So I'm guessing I'm sticking with the basic acting and stage work. So, but for anybody who is trying to get into voice acting, my advice is my advice is going to be kind of brutal, but you're going to need to work very hard. Like, you either got to do something daily, weekly, or something along the lines of that. Well, that's just my personal take, though, guys. Hey, everybody's journey will be different, though, but it is very competitive now. By the way, early Valentine's Day, guys. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Just a heads up, guys. Tomorrow, I will not be live streaming. I'm going to be taking a break off. If I can catch a break, that is. Oh, no workouts tomorrow for me, man. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and just sleep. I really just need to sleep at this point, guys. I'm way too overworked. I thought that once the week was over, after the reptile show, I'd be able to actually relax, but no. It's one problem after another. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Yes, it is going to be Valentine's Day tomorrow, but I'm going to do it early, guys, because, you know, tomorrow I'm not going to be live streaming. I don't have anybody for Valentine's Day, so I'm going to be alone, sort of. Not really, don't. But hey, there's nothing wrong with being single. I choose to be single, by the way. But, whoa, that sounds like, oh man. I'm not desperate. The way I said it, it sounds like I'm desperate. I'm not desperate, guys. I'm just not interested in dating right now because I'm just not. So, for everybody who was requesting if I'm single or not, yes, I'm single, but no, I'm not interested in dating. And I know people are looking through my Twitter and Instagram as well. Like, no. That goes a bit too far now in the parasocial relationships. But someday, though, guys. Someday. By the way, I'm going to say this. I'll probably say this a few times on this stream. My taste in ladies. I actually prefer slightly older women. Yeah. there goes my taste, for those who are wondering. But hey, that's just my personal preference, though. It might change later on, but as of the many years I've lived, it's been like that. Slightly older women. But one day I'll find the one. The one. Maybe. It's gonna be, man, Valentine's Day is gonna be so cringe for me, yo. It's a day you spend with a significant other, and I'm just here spending Valentine's Day with myself. You know what? I'm gonna celebrate by drinking some juice. This is my love. Sweet things. Yep, that's what it is. And I'm gonna take the rest of the week off to take a break after I deal with this roach colony issue here, because my god, I have a roach mite infestation, so we gotta deal with that. Mites, man, they can legit ruin your roach colonies, which is kind of annoying, but I gotta deal with that. But once I do that, I just feed tarantulas this week, and I get the rest of the week off. Man, I still have so many tarantulas to feed, despite, you know, selling away so many already. It's honestly stuck. I'm stuck in a loop cycle, guys, to where I'm waking up, I'm working, doing YouTube during my tarantula work and whatnot, and then I'm looping myself out to where I can't do anything else, and it's so annoying. Oh god, I don't hate YouTube, but I just wish that I could find some leeway or more time to actually do it. I got the Tokyo live action movie Blu-ray from Amazon. You know what's surprising? Okay, now that you mentioned live action Tokyo Ghoul. The live action Tokyo Ghoul, you know, god, this is going to be such a hot take, or such a really dumb take. I thought that for a live action, like, Tokyo Ghoul movie, for a live action anime, it's better than most others that I've seen for other for other live action animes. I don't usually say that. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not as good as the manga or anime, obviously, but comparatively, like, with the rest of the other live action animes there is, the Tokyo Ghoul live action is pretty decent. God, that is such a bad take. I know that a lot of people say that all live action is bad. Yes, the majority of them are bad, but some are at least better than others, and Tokyo Ghoul is actually slightly better than most others. Same thing for Tokyo Revengers, the live action, from what I've been hearing, but that's just my take. It could, now if I get canceled for saying that, oh boy, that's going to be a really bad that is really going to be a really bad hot take, honestly. I'm going to get canceled on Twitter for that. But then again, I only got 18 followers on Twitter, so I can't get canceled yet. Yet. Oh man. But yeah, but the Tokyo Ghoul live action is actually a really decent live action compared to most others. Maybe it's because it's made in Japan and whatnot. Even though the ghoul mask is different, because like the human teeth is like sharp canines instead, which is a different take, but it's fair, I guess. I remember when it came out as well, people were complaining about that. Oh my gosh, about the mask that Kaneki was wearing for the live action. And now that I look back on it, like, man, that was a long time ago when the live action Tokyo Ghoul came out. It holds up better now that I think about it, because over time there has been other live action adaptations of anime and whatnot, and they're all so bad that it makes Tokyo Ghoul's live action look good. I still think that some of the better live action adaptations of anime, for those who are wondering, is Kaiji, Alice in Borderland. Tokyo Ghoul is somewhat up there, but it's in between that. Rurouni Kenshin will always be the best live action thus far. What else should we put on this list for decent live actions? There's been a few. Tokyo Revengers is sort of up there, but not really. And there's, I don't know if we can include, man, for those who don't know, there are sometimes Japan movie exclusives that are based off mangas that they do, which those are mostly romance series. There's actually a lot of romance series of manga that becomes live action that never gets an anime. But then again, they work better that way, I guess. There's like a lot actually now that I think about it. There's this one. It came out in like 2016, 2017. I forgot. It's about a high school guy and a woman, an older woman in her 20s, I believe. And man, the casting for that was so great. I forgot what it's called. It's based off a shoujo manga. But it's such a man. It is an amazing romantic series. I believe the cast stars Iwata Takanori as the main male protagonist. That guy is the most handsome looking Japanese guy I've ever seen. Great dancer and a decent singer, by the way. But you get the gist though. There's a lot of live actions for animes and mangas that never come outside of Japan. So a lot of people are always left in the dark. Like that's what they never know, that like there's live actions. I believe there was a live action for Blood Sea as well. I could be wrong when I say that. I know there's a live action for Another, which is kind of cringe, honestly. I thought Another was really interesting. Even though it's considered a horror series, a horror anime, I don't really get that vibe. It has horror elements, but it feels more like a psychological thriller. But hey, that is my personal hot takes, guys. And live actions are usually hit or miss, or they fall underwhelming. Like, hello there, Bacon. Hope everything's going well. But in terms of live action, though, I've seen pretty much the pinnacle of like good and bad. I think one of the most recent live actions that was bad is Cowboy Bebop. But hey, I've only seen episodes 1 and halfway through episode 2. But that's just my personal take, guys. And I think the Yu Yu Hakusho is an absolute. Whenever that comes out, that's going to be absolutely terrible. Like, I do not like the live action Yu Yu Hakusho. It looks absolutely terrible. Oh man, hold up. This sub count keeps changing, I tell you what. There it goes. But hey, that's just my personal take. Don't take it personal, guys, when it comes to live action adaptations. There are good ones, but the majority of them are bad. And the decent ones that are in Japan, they won't pretty much make it outside of the country. Still though, I need to rewatch that live action though. That live action romance series was so nice. Man, I wish I could just tell you about it. But it's essentially about an elderly, well, she's not an elderly woman, she's in her 20s. And there's a high school student that likes her. And at the end they do kiss, but oh man, now that I think about it, I think that was the only downfall of that whole scene, by the way, for that live action romance series that was based off a manga. I forgot what it's called, but man, it was underwhelming, I'll tell you what. That kiss was underwhelming, but everything else about it was pretty good. I got a science exam at Wednesday. You got any tips for it? Honestly, for me, science has... Man, this is kind of funny. Science was actually one of my strong suits in school. Like, for me, I don't want to say I was naturally gifted at science. I'd be lying if I said that. But science, for me, was always easygoing. I never struggled with it. So I can't really give you any tips. But... Well, actually, I do have a tip. My tip is to get wacky. Just have fun with it. I've always looked at science from like the dumber sort of things, like the physics and whatnot. I remember in high school, I written a paper on pesonucleic thermal energy just for fun. And they was so impressed. I was like, oh wow, really? Interesting. I didn't even know what I was writing, but man, just get wacky with it. That's all I can say, honestly. And try to have fun. Science has always been fun with me, honestly. Until you put in chemistry. Once you put in chemistry, everything about it becomes a nightmare. I hate chemistry, by the way. Did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday? No, I did not. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I only watched a bit of the last quarter, and oh my god. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but here's my tinfoil hats, guys. My tinfoil hats, literally. I thought that game towards the end was so rigged. Like, what was the refs thinking? But I don't want to get canceled for saying that. Like, congratulations to the Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl, I guess. But I literally thought that was so suspicious. The play. Oh my gosh. You watch the Super Bowl, you know what I'm talking about. That fourth quarter was kind of, it had everybody talking. It's kind of funny because everybody was like just questioning that call from the refs. Honestly, I don't think it was fair, but then again, it is kind of rigged already. But that's just my personal take on the Super Bowl, guys. I don't want to get canceled. And I could tell you, the Eagles, all the Eagle fans are going to be so mad. I understand why too, because that was like the most conspicuous call I ever seen in a while. It was so dissatisfying for everybody. You know, if I personally thought the Eagles was going to win, but after that call, yeah, I knew right there and then it was over. Like, the Chiefs were going to win. And was it rigged? I honestly think there was a bit of rigging involved, honestly. That's just a bad hot take, I guess. I don't know. Look, I'm not an Eagles fan or a Chiefs fan at all. Like not at all. I don't, like, seriously, I don't really watch football like that. I only watch it passively. And even I knew that was kind of a letdown. God damn. Everybody was tweeting about it on Twitter as well. I was just laughing because, like, of how, like, the Chiefs, like, all the Chiefs fans and all the Eagles fans were just going at each other on Twitter. It's like watching a war happen and you're just a bystander just looking at it like, god damn, it's crazy. But hey, that's just the way it is, though. I do think there was a bit of rigging involved, to be fair. But I don't know what, like, who in their right mind, like, thought that was actually a fair game. I don't think it was a fair game, to be honest. But I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want, like, people to get mad at me for that take. But hey, if you have any takes on what you think about the Super Bowl, just let me know, because at this point, everybody has their own take. Like, you're going to get people to agree or disagree. It is what it is. This is why I don't watch Super Bowls anymore, or I don't really watch them often anymore, to be honest. But that's just my personal take. It's like watching an anime battle, but like the ending is kind of underwhelming because there's a Deus Ex Machina or something that happens. Boy, that really does feel like an anime moment, like the power of plot. Oh my god. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, guys. It's supposed to be like an early Valentine's Day celebration, but I guess not, because I'm forever alone. Forever alone, guys. Happy Singles Awareness Day, guys. We're all single. For now, I'm single. I choose to be single, by the way. And if you want to date me, my standards is pretty low. I'm just kidding, no. If you want to date me, guys, I'm sorry, that's not happening. I don't feel like going on a date. But if I did go on a date, though, I'm telling you, I'm going to look like a completely different person. Like 1,000%. I'll keep that promise too, guys, at 10k. At 10k subs, I will actually do my hairstyle and probably go back into style. Just one time for you guys, if we ever hit 10,000 subs. But it's going to be so cringe. Because, like, god damn it. For those who had never styled your hair before, for an Asian person, you always style your hair when it's wet. I used to have I still have my spray bottle. It's actually behind me. But typically, you use a spray bottle to moisten your hair, and then you get it into anime shape. And then you use a hair straightener to actually straighten it out, and that gives you the anime poofiness. And then once you get it to a good shape, you actually use hairspray or hair gel, depending on which one you like more. I use both, by the way. And then that's when you have a really good, nice hairstyle. I tell you what. In terms of skincare, uh, I know that in Western countries, like here in the United States or in the UK, people don't really use makeup for guys. In Japan and Asian countries, using a bit of foundation is not bad at all, honestly. But hey, I'm not saying I do my makeup here, guys. But if I did, it wouldn't really hurt, honestly. But that's how you do first impressions. I had really good first impressions, as a matter of fact. The only problem was that I could never find the one. So, unless I want to get reckless like my brothers. My brothers were reckless, I tell you what. They will... the whole family of alpha males. Okay, alpha males. I keep saying that, but a lot of people don't understand the context. Like, my family got around everywhere, I'll tell you what. Well, it's hit or miss, honestly. Because my grandpa was a wise guy. My dad was reckless, but he was an alpha male. Like, it wasn't easy for him to find somebody, put it that way. And then by the time he had all of us, it was literally hit or miss. Some of us brothers have it, some others don't. Which is kind of sad. The fruit has fallen far from the tree, I'll tell you what. And it's pretty... It was really evident, and it shows, honestly, on, like... the family tree. God damn. And now the family tree is all over the place. We are so diluted from our family tree at this point. It's crazy. Like, we're not even full Asian at this point. To put it simply. We're just all over the place in terms of our bloodline. Everybody's been asking me, am I Japanese? I could speak Japanese. Like, way back when, but now I gotta relearn Japanese, guys. But I've been slacking on this, man. Like, the textbooks. Relearning Japanese, guys. God dang it. I still do look through my textbooks and whatnot. And I can sort of understand what's going on here. But I'm not at a level where I'm confident in speaking it. Like, that's just my personal experience thus far, guys. But hey, man, someday we'll relearn Japanese and the other languages we lost along this bloodline. Like, my dad could speak 3 languages, so my goal is to learn 4. like when I say 3, my dad knows 3 languages pretty fluently. My mom can speak 2. I learned a few languages too myself, but I can't speak them fluently though. I can only speak the basics. So, in terms of languages I practice, I can speak basic language. I can't tell you because then I'll be exposing my ethnicity, guys. But a lot of you guys would never figure out my what I am. Some people would say Japanese, some would say Chinese, some would say Korean. Hi means yes. Yeah, obviously. Like, I can speak very, very basic Japanese. Like, but I can't speak fluent Japanese. That's the thing. If I had to speak fluent Japanese, I would cringe and cry, and I would just probably die afterwards. That's how bad my Japanese is. Like, I don't want to speak Japanese because then if I speak Japanese, everybody's going to try to, like, say, your Japanese sucks. Well, don't look at me, guys. I haven't practiced or studied Japanese in a long time, guys. So if you're questioning me about my Japanese ethnicity, don't question it. I can't speak Japanese. Let's put it that way. I think it's better to just say it that way. Like, I just can't speak Japanese. Even though I see people panic trying to speak Japanese, I'm like, can you shinai de ii janai? Like, come on now, guys. So omoeru sono hikaku. Wait. そう思えるその日が来る。Okay. そう思えるその日が来る。日が来る。そう思えるその日が来るまで。来るまで。I know some Japanese. Yeah, but can you make it flow though? Like, when it comes to Japanese though, guys, I don't want to speak Japanese on a level where it's one word at a time. Like, hima wa. I was like, no, I don't speak Japanese like that, guys. My Japanese is like, it just, I want it to like flow. Like, boku no namae wa Kumo Sensei desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. You know? Like, everybody says they know Japanese, but literally, their Japanese is like either on my level or below that. Like, if it was Valentine's Day and if somebody tries to speak Japanese, they're gonna say something like aishiteru or something like that. I'm like, no. Like, that's not the Japanese I like to speak. I would have said something like this. Ima kara aishiteru jibun janai. Like, something along that line. We have to relearn Japanese, guys. Like, people... Look, I'm not trying to talk down on people learning Japanese. I'm just saying, when you're speaking Japanese, knowing the words is one thing, but speaking it fluently is another. Like, I always take the... People has different approaches. You know, a lot of people want to immerse themselves in Japanese culture to understand it better. That helps a lot. But if you don't live in Japan, then it's pretty difficult. Or if you don't have any Japanese people around you, it's difficult. My advice is to just learn nouns, then pronouns, and then verbs and adjectives later. And then slowly combine it together. Yuri Lowenthal speaks Japanese. Yuri Lowenthal. That name sounds so familiar. Oh yeah, that guy. Okay. I know that. Definitely. It's funny how I don't know voice actors because a lot of them muddle together. So, yeah. My Japanese is pretty bad. My Nihongo is not Jozu, by the way, guys. It is Warui. It's pretty bad. Boku no Nihongo wa warui desu. Desu. I keep saying desu, but it's just desu. Someday, guys, I'm going to relearn Japanese. Just give me a second. Like, if I hear Japanese, I would not know what they're saying. Like, I would be so confused. Because people who speak Japanese, you have to understand. Like, Japanese in anime and Japanese in real life is so different. It is beyond night and day. People who actually speak Japanese will speak it so fast, you will not catch on anything. Same thing for movies as well. I noticed that in Japanese movies and in anime, they speak kind of slow. But in person, I will guarantee you that they will speak 20 times as fast. You don't have to believe me. This is something you have to experience to understand. And oh my gosh, since it's Valentine's Day, and like, if I had a Japanese girlfriend and I had to speak to her in Japanese, I would cry. Like my Japanese is so poor. It is beyond bad. But everybody needs to understand, I am not Japanese. Or am I? Or am I mixed? Interracial? You don't know. My whole family tree is all over the place now, though, guys. I wouldn't even consider us Asian. even though we are, but yeah, we're Asian, but we don't know what kind of Asian we are. Just put it that way. Time to relearn Japanese. But that is my goal in life, though. I want to learn 4 languages fluently. My dad can speak 3. I just need 4. And I would be satisfied. I can speak multiple languages, but only the bare basics. Like, I can't speak them fluently. So when it comes to stuff like French, Spanish, Latin, Portuguese, yeah, those other languages are pretty basic. But in terms of like basic English and stuff, it's pretty obvious English is pretty easy. I noticed that people are always like people is asking me constantly about what country I live in because they look at my ethnicity and think I'm Japanese or something. I live in America, guys. Like you can go to my channel about page and then the country will be United States. It's kind of oh god, this is man, it is such a headache. It's a headache for me because I'm like I understand that people are curious, but like I think I've told this so many times. Like, hey, I'm not. I don't live in Japan, guys. I don't live in Malaysia or the Philippines. I live in America. So don't take it personal, guys. It's been a crazy one, I tell you what. Not everything is what you expect. We're almost slowly reaching 1,000 subs, so that's pretty nice. Honestly, at this point, 1,000 subs is this is a 7 to 8 year journey, guys. 7 to 8 years just trying to get to 1,000 subs. I know exactly what I'm going to do now, guys. I said before that like I had zero plans now, but now that I look over it, I have ideas. I have ideas and plans of what I want to do with the channel. Everything will still be the same, obviously. Nothing really changes, which is a good thing, honestly, because I like the way it is. Now, the things that will change is not necessarily the content, but rather trying to improve upon it. Like, I'm not really trying to change the formula here. I'm just trying to improve upon it. And that's the goal once we hit 1,000 subs, is to actually help out other YouTube creators, if I can find them, that is. Because I know, okay, look, I promised the Discord, that's happening at 1,000 subs. I promised a cringy motivational video of my workouts, or some of my workouts, that's happening. I promise the 1,000 sub letter, that's going to happen. But now, I guess, well, great power comes great responsibility. Now I'm just going to try to help out the smaller people, I guess. So I'm currently looking for smaller channels to help out, if I can find them, that is. But what I'm looking for are channels that are not just dedicated, but have talent behind it. Like, in my personal opinion, anybody can create good content. Because good content, in my personal opinion, is subjective. Like today, I figured out there was a guy eating onions every single day for like, I don't know, a year or so. It was crazy. And for some reason, he has more views and subs than I do. I had never heard of this guy. But it goes to show you that good content is subjective. So for me, like, I'm going to just try to improve on what I already have and just work my way from there. I'm not going to try to... I don't want to cater towards the YouTube algorithm. I think that's kind of stupid. Because, like, I don't have any plans to become the next big YouTuber. Everything that I'm doing now is more so of a side thing, I guess you can put it that way. And I think everybody notices that too, because like I post every single day. Like how in the world does this guy post every single day without dying? The answer is this: don't take it seriously. Like when you don't just have fun. Like, YouTube shouldn't be seen as a career, but seen as a hobby or something you do for fun. Like, it's kind of funny because after my first year on YouTube, years 2 and 3, I knew that YouTube was not going to be a thing that will be sustainable. So, in terms of making it sustainable, I legit decided to focus on the tarantula and spider work. So for 2 to 3 years, from year 2 to 3 on YouTube, I did not upload much at all. I spent it all mostly on helping out other YouTubers or slowly focusing on myself. But now that I'm the Kumo Sensei, and now that I'm a bigger channel, I'm guessing it's a more responsibility now. And I don't want my fan base to be toxic or cringe, because not really me, honestly. I'm literally just one guy here who just makes random videos daily that are pretty legit. It's kind of funny, man. But behind the scenes, though, guys, I'm like the most hardest working person in the world. I had to diet, I had to stay in shape, I had to do tarantula work, and I had to do other stuff. Man, it is crazy, yo. Being a stage actor sucks. But then again, it's a fun thing, though. I think, man, now that I forgot to mention that as well. How do I stay in shape 24/7? The answer is dedication. Like, really, dedication and hard work. All it takes is a little bit at a time. But once you get there, you'll start to actually understand. Because as you get older, you start to recognize that one of your biggest regrets in life is not working harder. And let's be honest, like, at the moment, a lot of people are not willing to work hard. So for me, it's always one small step at a time. So for me, I've always lived my life 100 to 1 to 100. Go 100% for that 1% increase to build it up to 100%. And that's always been my work ethic. But then again, though, this is not healthy, by the way, guys, but I have a genuine fear of relaxing. Like, I cannot relax like most people. It's kind of, man, it's pretty much a curse, honestly. I wish, if anything, more than anything else in life, is to learn how to relax. Because, like, relaxing has been an absolute hellscape for me. I don't know how people can relax. My entire life has been, you can't do it. You can't relax. And fear. Like, legit fear. Like, I think that took away, like, the majority of my childhood. I don't even have a childhood, you put it simply. Like, I can't count more than 10 good things in my childhood. Like, so all the good stuff in my childhood, I can legit just count it through my fingers. Like, it doesn't go past 10. Like, that's no childhood for me, so... Hey, I have no idea what it's like being a kid, honestly, but... if I did, or if I had the chance to again, I would. Because... like... this is what happens when you don't have a proper childhood. You just don't know what you become or how to relax. But someday I'm gonna actually relax. Like, Stillwater relax. But who knows, right? Let us see where this goes. Alright, guys. We've been live for about 50 minutes now. Good. $1K subs. We're so close. Oh my gosh. That is such an amazing thing. But tomorrow, guys, I'm not going to be live streaming. I'm going to be taking a break. Like a Valentine's Day, baby. Damn, Valentine's Day. I have nobody, though. I'm forever alone. I'm so cringe. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I'm not actually cringe. Kind of. No, I'm just kidding, guys. You meet me in person, I'm not really a cringe person. I'm more so just a normal guy. Like, I don't know why people think I'm cringe. Like, I don't know, maybe I am. But I'll tell you this, though. There's no beta male for me. Once I'm serious. I'm the truest alpha you can get. No, I'm just kidding, but... it's Valentine's Day, guys. Enjoy it with a significant other. And if not, then let's hope you can find that partner. For me, I choose to be single because I'm currently just wanna... man, everybody's wanted me to get a girlfriend again, even my family members, but I can't. Not yet. Not until I can actually get a better job. I'm just kidding. No. Not until I'm ready. Because like everybody, I don't know. People are very insecure nowadays when it comes to relationships. It's honestly quite astonishing. It's either about their looks that they're insecure about, financial instability, or their assets, such as they don't have anything. I mean, there's 7 billion or 8 billion people in this world. You'll find somebody now. Just don't be desperate. That is my advice. People who are desperate will always show. Like, desperation shows, man. Oh my gosh, I had a buddy, like, one time. And his desperate, man, he was so desperate. This was before the word simp came into being, but if I had to describe him, he was definitely a simp. Did he get the girl? Yeah. Surprisingly, yeah. It was, I don't, God. You know, I had to step in, like me and a buddy of mine, we had to step in to help him. Because my God, the thing that I don't know why it's more common now, but a lot of guys nowadays who are lonely are very desperate. No, I'll tell you this, no matter how hard you try to hide it, if you're desperate, it's going to show through. Like, especially if you're talking to somebody. I don't want to say it's pathetic, but it's kind of sad. So I always tell people, man, look, stay calm, relax, like legit. That's my dating advice. It goes a long way, I promise you that. Don't be desperate. That is my advice. I truly mean that when I say that. But hey, don't look at like alpha male videos. Those are not help at all. And those videos are no. Good. I'm going to help you guys out. Being alone on Valentine's Day doesn't mean anything much to me, honestly. It just means that it's a singles awareness day, baby. I'm single, and that means that I'm ready to mingle. No. Enough with the cringe, though. Valentine's Day to me is, man. Even when I did have a significant other for Valentine's Day, I never really look at Valentine's Day as a way of, like, celebrating. I think it's because, here in the Western countries, they don't do White Day. They only do Valentine's Day, which is kind of cringe, honestly. Which is why I find it kind of confusing, honestly. For those who are unfamiliar, Valentine's Day is when girls give boys chocolate, and then White Day is when guys gives girls chocolate. But White Day only exists in Asian countries such as Korea, Japan, and I think China as well. But they don't do it here in the UK. I mean, here in the United States or in the UK or in Europe at all. Which makes me wonder, like what is going on here, man? Like, why is everything on Valentine's Day? It's just kind of strange. I personally wish that we had White Day here in the Western countries, because it would actually make gift giving for a significant other much more easier and less confusing. So one day the girls get ready to give guys chocolate. The next day, which is White Day. I forgot when is White Day. I need to Google that actually. But once they do White Day, the guys give the girls chocolate. I actually like it that way better, because it gives time for the guys and the girls to give each other chocolate. Especially if you have a girlfriend or a significant other. I personally do not like everything being muddled into one Valentine's Day, but that's just the way us Asians like it, okay, guys? One for the ladies and one for the men. But if you never heard of it, please check it out, though. I think it's a very interesting concept that should be considered, like, for Western countries. It's pretty funny how people are like, I don't know, people that are not exclusively, like, people who are not in Asian countries think that, like, all of us guys and girls do, like, Valentine's Day together. No. That's why in anime, when it comes to Valentine's Day, typically it's just usually the girls giving the guys chocolate. Like you will rarely ever see any live action movie or any anime, manga or manhwa, where the guy is giving the girls chocolate for Valentine's Day. That is so like unusually rare. And typically and to be honest, if you're a guy giving a girl chocolate on Valentine's Day, it's kind of strange. Like, it would just be so awkward. Oh my god. I would cringe. I would actually kind of cringe. Oh lord. Now listen, okay. Now there are exceptions, okay guys? There are exceptions. But in general though, White Day should be celebrated more often. But it's Valentine's Day though, guys, tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to be alone. Tomorrow for me is going to be like any other ordinary day. I wake up, tarantula work, spider work, I go back to sleep, and then maybe a YouTube video. But I believe last year I did like a small little dance celebration for Valentine's Day. For this year, I don't know what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day. Probably just post a video congratulating people for being single. Just kidding, guys. I don't want to mock the single people. Well, yeah, guys, I choose to be single though. I am considerate of your feelings for those who are asking if I'm single by sending me emails and DMs on Twitter and whatnot. But I choose not to date, and I apologize if you're looking for somebody, but I am not your one. Sorry. But may you find somebody that is significantly better for you, because I'm a really, I don't want to say conservative person, but I'm really just a person. I'm not anything special. So yeah, may you all find somebody special, okay, everybody? And it's kind of strange because I don't want the parasocial relationships, because that kind of, okay, some people are trolls when they do that stuff, and there are some people who are serious. And I know the difference. I literally do, because I've been on the internet for so long now. And that's actually one of the reasons why I stopped styling my hair and everything, because of that. Because I don't want people looking at me as like this attractive figure. So yeah, the best beauty is the most untainted one. The one that is just pure raw essence, like this that you're seeing me today, and always have been on this YouTube channel. But I will promise you guys that at 10,000 subs, I will show you guys what I used to look like. And you guys will probably, man, that's gonna be so strange to style my hair again. We live today, yo? Yes, Mr. Bees, we're alive today. We're close to 1K. Yes, we're very close to 1K, and it's going to be so cringy. But I got this. After 1K, guys, we got to go for 10K. And like I said, 10K, we're going to be styling up for certain, which is going to be kind of cringe. I have not styled my hair in so long, but holy smoly. I need to buy a new spray bottle then, if I'm going to style my hair again. I've seen some... God, there are some really bad anime hairstyle YouTube tutorials, or Japanese or Asian hairstyles. If you're an Asian person, or if you want an Asian hairstyle, you have to get a spray bottle. Like, you need it. If not, then you're going to have to legit wet your entire head, which is kind of annoying. Keep the live counter open, bro. We got it open, man. We're at 981. We're so close. We're at 1,000 subs. The cringy motivational video, the message behind me, and then I'm trying to actually... So, there's actually one video I really want to post for 1K subs, and that is a dance video of actual dancing. I never had time to talk about this. I seen a Poner of JoJo hair tutorial, lol. Let's hope it's not that cringe, guys. But like, in terms of the dancing, guys, I really want to put it out there. So a lot of my dance videos are not actual routine videos, like Polnareff. Uh, I got you, Mr. Beast. It's Polnareff, but like, so the thing about my dance videos is that I can't actually show you my actual dance routine. I can only show you the dance practices and those dance concepts where I'm just screwing around. No, those are not my serious dance videos. So I separate my dance videos into 3 categories. Concepts is where I'm just goofing around, and one is just me just screwing around, not taking it seriously. And lastly is the actual dance videos. The actual dance videos, I can't show any of them because they're copyrighted. So I'm trying to get one of those videos up on my YouTube channel. But the thing is that I cannot get into contact with any of these people. And the thing that annoys me is that these artists are not big artists. They're smaller artists. So I'm hoping that I can get at least their attention since they're a smaller, a smaller name. And even then, I had 0 contact yet from all of the emails I've sent. Like, it's disappointing to me because I feel like you guys deserve an actual dance video. Not like the ones where I'm posting weekly where I'm just goofing around. Because, like, I need to show you what 10 years of dancing actually looks like. Like, what 10 years actually look like. But the thing about me is that I can only dance to music that I like. In which all of those are copyrighted. And the videos I do post on this channel are all non-copyrighted music. Sort of. And those videos, those songs are not songs I'm really into. They're more so just songs like I just download that day. It's infuriating, but someday you guys will see it. There's lots of copyright music you could use, game OSTs and stuff. Game OSTs are copyrighted, by the way. A lot of them are. The remixes of game OSTs is in an iffy area currently. One of my game OSTs, it's hit or miss at this point. It really depends on the company. But I'm trying my best to actually get an actual dance video out there. Like one of my dance routines. Not the practice ones. Oh. Well, okay, we gained a sub, guys. We're at 982 now. But someday, though. Someday, I'm going to show you guys actual dancing. Like, it's pretty tight. It just needs permission. Because I'm not paying. Because, like, for a license, man. That's just way too expensive. Oh, God. But yeah, that's happening, guys. Those 2 things are guaranteed. The dance video, not the dance video, the cringy motivational video, like I promised from way back when, and the message. And from here on, guys, I stated before that I didn't know what to do with this channel. Now I know what I'm going to do with this channel. I'm going to use this channel to do the same like I normally do and post more of myself. And also, the biggest thing, I want to help smaller channels. But the problem is that even after 1,000 subs, the views on my videos and the attention I get is too small. So I'm going to try to find a way to actually help out smaller creators if I can somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. Because I feel like, for me, at this point, it is owed. I know that helping people out, you don't have to, but I think it's better if I do, because it's better that way, in my personal opinion. Because I don't like YouTubers who are greedy and stuff. I think that's just absolutely abhorrent. The question is, how do I find these people, and who do I choose? I know my criteria, but I just can't find these people, man. YouTube is too saturated. It is legit pushing out every creator out there, so one of my biggest things I'm trying to do is organize YouTube content by newest, and then scrolling down content, and then hope. I said hope, but in reality it's kind of useless. I'm trying to find people who are new, or people who have potential, and then trying to help out. But I can't find anybody so far. So currently I'm looking at voice actors, actors, anime YouTubers, and people who are niche. And that is those are the current types of content I'm looking at. I find great new channels every day. But the thing about me is that I want to help out like a variety of different types of content, not just anime content. Even though I prioritize in anime content, to be honest, I also want to give other channels a chance. 1K arc this week or next 2 weeks. It will depend. Reg Bupo. Reg, it will depend. We gotta wait and see. But currently that is the goal. It's happening today. I don't think it will happen today, Mr. Beast. But even if it did, the one thing I'm gonna laugh at is that 1K motivational video. God damn it. That is such a cringy video. Oh god. It is cringy, man. I'm thinking about it like it's PTSD because how cringy it is. But I did it on purpose though, because I promised I will make it cringy, and I kept my word. It's very simple, very cringy. I believe it's like a minute long. But at least you guys will get to see a small portion of my workouts. In terms of my workouts, I don't know why people are asking me what's my workouts. It changes, like, constantly. Now remember, guys, I do practice stage acting as an actor, obviously. So I do have to diet and stay in shape. So for me, I'm constantly in shape 24/7, year-round. 10 to 15% body fat. So, like, hopeful today. Yeah, let's just be hopeful, Mr. Reg. But yeah, everybody keeps wondering about my diet and that and whatnot. Like, it's really discipline. Actors are some of the most disciplined people of all time. So, like, I know that people say that being consistent is hard, but once you're dedicated, it becomes easy. But that is the key, guys. I am fit year-round. 10 to 15% body fat. Maybe 20% body fat if I'm being super, super lazy. But every day for me is a workout, almost. Because 2 to 3 days is spent on basic body weight exercises such as push-ups and sit-ups. And weight exercises such as dumbbell curls and bench press. And then the other 2 to 3 days is spent on cardio, dancing. And that's where I get all my leg workouts, basically from dancing. My legs die every single time I dance, by the way. Especially on the calves. The soleus muscles especially. It gets a great workout. I've always been in shape. I have been for years. Not because I want to be, well, in a way I do want to be, but also because I have to be. If you're going to be an actor and you want a specific role, you got to be in a certain shape. You can be the greatest actor of all time, but if you do not look the role, you will not get the role. So for me, like, I constantly have to be in shape. I do diet, and I do have a food scale here, guys. Right here. This is what I use to measure my food. But yeah, if you're wondering, I do diet and I do exercise on a regular basis, as a matter of fact. It's going to be so awesome though, guys. Any spooder sale? Yep. So I sold away, okay. That is a great topic now that you mentioned it, Mr. Beast. Any spider sale? So I sold away some of my female tarantulas because I don't need females. I said this on my Laxo channel, which is where I do my spider work, by the way. I have so many females to the point where, like, I only need males. So I sold away some of my females. Excuse me. So behind me, some of my females are gone. I sold those away. I also sold away some of my Harpactira poultry piece females. I sold away 6 of them, I believe, because I don't need them as well. because I only need 3 females, but I have more than that, so I sold away 6 of them. I sold away one of my Goliath bird eaters. I sold away one of my pinkfoot Goliath bird eaters, and I sold away some of my baby tarantulas for the Hismicrae species Benin. So my collection is a bit smaller now, but I still have a lot to feed, which is honestly kind of intimidating still, because you thought you got rid of everything, but you still have so many left. But then again, it's part of the job, honestly. And then I have, man, it's one problem after another. That's the best way to put it. Being a spider keeper is not easy. Not on a massive scale like me, because I'm a one-man band here. I'm doing all the work, so it's pretty... It is insane the amount of work I got to put in. Because I got to do the advertising, the marketing, the selling, the physical labor, and the cleaning all by myself. Meet any cool people? Nope. I did not meet any cool people. Because the only people I work with that are cool is the people I know. So I work with other vendors and whatnot. So, like, I guess that's it. But in terms of, like, meeting fans and stuff, no. I really hope I don't run into fans, because it would actually, like, hold me back from doing what I need to do as, like, the Kumo Sensei. But let's hope that day, like, there is going to be a day, obviously, where people are going to recognize me. But even then, though, I just hope I have space to actually do my work. Kumo, do you ever play video games? Do you think you'll ever make a side channel for gaming or a Twitch? A side channel for gaming or a Twitch. I would like to try Twitch in the future. Twitch would definitely actually happen, actually. I think Twitch will happen in the future. But it really depends on the timing. Because Twitch, like, I've been thinking about this, and I got to be completely honest. I do think I will stream on Twitch, but the timing is not now. Sometime in the future, I probably would give it a shot. But currently, as of now, like, I don't really find any interest on Twitch because it's very saturated. Yo, I think I've seen you in my comments, I think. What the heck? But yeah, Mr. Armando, I think it will actually happen though. Just not now. In the future, most likely yes. But our channel is very small, so there really isn't much to go on. But I will actually try some gaming and stuff. I need a new PC first, actually. But my budget and the lifestyle I live, especially with working with over 1,000 spiders, is not really allowing me to do so. Yeah, I started watching Kumo because you shouted him out. Oh, okay, Mr. Beast. You know how to shout me out, guys. It's like... Bro, let's go. Everybody's saying let's go. That's funny. It's all good, man. As long as I live, I'm going to be uploading daily if I can. As long as I have Wi-Fi as well. I will actually try to do gaming in the future. I actually did post a gaming videos of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 in the past. I'll probably like to try that again, but those videos are very hard to edit because when you export them, the processor goes on fire. But I will give it a shot though. Just not now. In the future, I will try though. I'm gonna keep my word. Trust me. I always try my best to keep my words and my promises. The Discord will happen as well. The Discord is going to be so cringe, by the way, once I create it. It's already created, but it's so bare bones. Oh my gosh. It's like a scale. Ooh, voice crack. Need some water. Oh. It is bare bones. My Discord is literally a skeleton with no muscles. But hey, I got it created, and it will happen though. I noticed that a lot of people are wondering where do we go after 1,000. The answer is we just keep pushing on, guys. Like, there will be a day when this all ends. Here's Pokemon playthrough win. Whenever it happens. I don't want to make promises as like if I made promises on an actual date, I'm going to have to keep it because I take promises very personal. Like, I can promise you that someday I will actually do gameplays and stuff, but I can't promise you it will be now or later because then I will be lying to you guys. Like, I gotta make promises I know I can keep with you guys because I've always been transparent as best as I can. So, Pokemon playthrough, probably someday. I would like to play Pokemon and Hollow Knight. That'd be nice. But it's going to be a very... Man, it's going to be so cringe, though. When it comes... God damn. When it comes to gameplays and stuff, I'm very statistical about the stuff I play with. Like, if I'm playing Pokemon, I'm very picky about what Pokemon I choose. Like, their stats, their movesets, and whatnot. If I'm playing Fallout, I am very statistic about their guns, their DPS, and their damage. And what is the requirements to actually bring out their maximum damage. Like, I think some of my very old subscribers always talk about that now that I think about it. Like, what is my favorite gun? And, like, what is my favorite weapons in games? It always comes down to the stats. I'm a very stats person when I play games. Although I don't really like to play MMOs and first person shooters. Those are not really my sort of thing because I find those games to be more of a challenge and less of fun for me, so I don't really play those. But when it comes to like Pokemon, Hollow Knight, stuff like that are more interesting for me, I tend to break it down to the code. But hey, the videos of like those old Fallout gameplays and whatnot are still there. Like, people can go check it out. Especially with my weapons. I think my favorite one that I've made was the one about Bloodnap. So Bloodnap is actually a unique weapon in Fallout New Vegas from the Lonesome Road DLC. It is one of the best, in my personal opinions, knives in the game. Like, even though there's a lot of cut content in Fallout New Vegas, oh wow, I can literally talk about Fallout all day. I killed Fallout New Vegas, I tell you what. I've played pretty much everything there is about Fallout New Vegas. I still think my favorite character in Fallout New Vegas, without a doubt, is Ulysses. Ulysses from Lonesome Road. That guy has actual character depth into him. For those who play Fallout. For Fallout 3, probably my favorite character is probably Fox, the super mutant. That guy, he's not immortal. I don't know why people are saying he's an immortal companion. He's not. He's just a bullet sponge, but one of the best companions you can get in Fallout 3. And best character in my personal opinion. That's a hot take, but I am legit a Fallout god. Like, when it comes to games I like, I actually kill it out. I will play it out until I have everything accomplished. Like, one playthrough, I'm just gonna be the most pacifist guy on the game, like the entire game. The next playthrough, I'm gonna actually be the most reckless guy throughout the entire game. Hold up. Let me do it. Hold up. Let me do a tier list for Fallout. I need to make a tier list for Fallout. Let's do Fallout 3 because hold up, guys. Hold up. Oh man, is this, Is this the one I want to go through though? I haven't played Fallout either, but I always see Fallout memes every now and then. Fallout is a So Fallout is known for having features and bugs. It is the pinnacle of what you will consider to be an absolute buggy game. But despite being a buggy game, it's also a very interesting game. Alright, let's do this. Hold up, guys. Let's do this Fallout tier list. Alright, guys. This is going to be very cringe. So in Fallout New Vegas, or in Fallout games, for those who haven't played it, you can actually get people to travel along with you on your journey. And these people are pretty much your companions. And pretty much you can have a maximum of 2 companions at a time. Each companion has their own backstory and whatnot. And essentially, they're pretty much your partners for the rest of the game. Depending on, well, it will depend on what faction you join and the choices you make. Because some of them will hate you more if you do good choices, and some will like you more if you do bad choices. So without further ado, guys, let us get straight into it and allow me to explain each character and their backstory, if I can. Okay, so we got Raul. Raul is actually the most coolest Hispanic ghoul companion. So for those who don't know, in the Fallout universe, there are these ghouls. And basically these ghouls are like zombie-like people. Some of them have rotted away brains and pretty much are legit zombies. And some of these ghouls are still conscious and they pretty much function and live like a regular human. But they look like freaking zombies. So this is our first companion, Raul. Raul is actually the most amazing He's like the coolest Mexican ghoul companion you can get in the game. His backstory is touching, and his nickname is pretty legit. His perks is pretty decent. This guy in my opinion, is between B and an A tier. I'm putting him in A tier actually. This guy is an A tier companion. He fights with a revolver, but especially when there's not an online feature. I agree. Armando, I totally agree. The second I heard the name Raul, I knew he would be cool. Raul is actually a legit character. Alright, so the next guy here, so this guy's name is Arcade Gannon. And Arcade Gannon actually used to belong, well, his family actually descends from a faction that is no more. And that faction is known as the Enclave. The Enclave was a faction that was known for having advanced science and having some of the best armor in all of the Fallout universe. They were so highly advanced that you could argue they was pretty much the faction with the best technology. But sadly, the Enclave pretty much fell into ruin, and they're pretty much all no more. He's pretty much a remnant of the Enclave. And that's pretty much his backstory. And pretty much the end of his storyline is that you can actually convince the last of the Enclaves to fight with you on the final battle. So Arcade Gannon, him as a character, he's pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. His character, so basically his character is that he's highly intelligent because he's part of the Enclave. But he's also kind of insecure because of what happened to the Enclave, because they're pretty much wiped out. But his backstory is amazing. This guy's he's a B tier for me. There are some factions he likes more than others, but the payout to his quest is amazing. if you actually complete his storyline, he legit gives you some armor from the Enclave. The Arcade Ganon Family Tesla armor. One of the best armors in the game. It looks amazing, by the way. Alright, so this character here is actually Christine. So Christine is actually part of a faction known as the Brotherhood of Steel. And the Brotherhood of Steel is pretty much the second group after the Enclave. They're pretty much like the Enclave, but they're less advanced. The Enclave the Brotherhood of Steel are still thriving, but in this game, they're pretty much in a power feud. They're pretty much in a power feud, and they're struggling. Christine is actually after looking for one of the the previous elder Elijah, or Father Elijah, my bad. But Father Elijah is actually a douchebag, so she's actually chasing after a complete asshole, to be honest. Her backstory is pretty lame, but I'm gonna give her a C tier, man. God, okay, hold up. F. Just in case, guys. I need to do this. I need to do these people justice. I know, like, all of these people. Alright. The next guy here is Boone. So Boone actually has his story is more of a revenge story, actually. So Boone is he used to be part of a faction called the NCR. The NCR means the New California Republic. And essentially what happened was that one night his wife actually got kidnapped. And she was actually going to be sold off to slavery by an entire group of the Legion. So the Legions, or the Legionnaires, is another faction that is known for slavery. Slavery, oppression, and they're kind of douchebags, put it that way, the Legionnaires. And remember, Boone is only one person. So he pretty much killed his own wife to spare her the pain of being sold as a slave. And this guy actually hates legions. Like, if you have him on your team and there's a legion scout somewhere, he's just gonna go straight and blow his head off. So his backstory is really dark, but this guy is an S tier for me, yo. He's an asshole, but he has a reason to be an asshole. Not to mention, like, I hate the Legion as well. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of the Legions or the Legionnaires. You can side with the Legion, believe it or not, in this game. But I wouldn't, because I don't really like them, to be honest. Well, okay, next guy. So this guy, so this is another Ghoul companion. His name is Dean Domino. So Dean Domino is he's actually a singer, believe it or not. And his backstory is that he had a very fond connection with Vieira. And Vieira was like another singer that he liked, I believe. And basically, this guy is stuck at the Sierra Madre. I don't really like this guy. This guy's a D tier. I'm sorry. His character is cool. His backstory is interesting, but the execution of his character in the game is not all that. So this Hulk-looking guy here is actually a Nightkin. So a Nightkin is actually, just put it simply, is an experiment gone wrong. Like the Hulk. There's a lot of Nightkin and a lot of Super Mutants. Super Mutants are pretty much like this guy here, except they're yellow-ish. So Dog, or God, is actually a split personality individual here. So he's a Nightkin with a split personality that switches between two personalities, Dog and God. Both which are just their names backwards. He doesn't really have a backstory. So, he really doesn't have a backstory, I'm being honest. This guy is just kind of there. Do they still make Fallout games? Yes, they do. They still make Fallout games, but some of them are better than others, I'll tell you what. In my personal opinion, they're hit or miss for Fallout games. Some of them are really good, some of them are just mediocre, and some of them are bad. But Fallout New Vegas, this is a very old game, but this is one of the better ones, I'll tell you what. This guy's a D tier, I'm sorry. Alright. Next companion. So this guy here is actually an iBot. So an iBot is essentially a floating robot that pretty much scans the wasteland. And scans... When was the last one? The last one was Fallout 76. But Fallout 76 was a horrible game. Not to mention, it's not even a Fallout game in my personal opinion. Fallout 76 is such a bad game. Everybody makes fun of it. Even I do. Fallout 76 is the worst entry to Fallout date. But the one before that one though, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was actually a really decent game. It was a decent game, but it wasn't as good as Fallout New Vegas. So this companion here is an iBot, also known as EDE. EDE is actually a relatively... It's a decent companion. He has utilities, at least. I'm gonna put him at B tier, actually. He doesn't really have a backstory. He's just a iBot that was created during the times before the Great War. Or after the Great War, by the Enclave. Same thing for this EDE. These two are pretty much birds of a feather. This is Rex. Okay. Rex actually has a backstory. This dog here is pretty amazing. So this is actually a cyborg dog. But the problem is that this dog actually suffers from a lack of a brain. So essentially, this dog's storyline is you kind of have to go look for a new canine brain for it, and depending on on whose brain you give this, like to Rex, it will determine his stats. One actually gives him a different ability. The others pretty much gives him a stronger attack or faster speed. This is an amazing companion. This is definitely an S tier. Like. This is a neutral companion as well, too. So, like, it doesn't matter what faction you join. Actually, I'm gonna put Boone down to A tier, Raul to S tier. I'm gonna switch those two around, actually. Because Raul and Rex, these two companions are neutral. So, no matter what faction you join at the end of the game, these two will be okay with it. The rest, probably not. Well, except for EDE, because they're robots. But, yeah. I forgot what this guy's name was. But this guy's F tier, though. I think his name was Whitefoot, I believe. I don't remember exactly what his name was. But essentially, this guy lives in the Grand Canyon. And he's a temporary companion. And he really doesn't do much. Like, this guy is... this guy is literally just a scout. That's all he does. He's just scouting. He's pretty lame. He's an F tier. This is Joshua. Joshua is an S tier. Oh my god. So this guy who's wrapped up in bandages like an anime character here, his backstory is this. So he actually was with the Legion, the Legionnaires. But after the failure of taking over Hoover Dam, Caesar, the leader of the Legionnaires, which his name is Caesar by the way, he punished Joshua by burning him alive and then throwing him down the Grand Canyon. And the Legionnaires, or the Legions, they all thought he died, but this guy actually survived. And that's why he wears bandages, is to cover up his burn marks and whatnot. And he actually ends up having a swore hatred towards the Legion after that. That's kind of crazy. I actually like his backstory. This guy is a true this guy is an anime character incarnate. I'm telling you. His backstory is pretty dope. Who's next? So this is another Nightkin. This is Lily. Lily is actually this Nightkin here. She's actually a neutral companion. So whatever faction you join, she's fine with it. Her backstory is that she has a fuzzy memory because she doesn't remember her past very well. So she needs to be on medication and on doses. So essentially, her her story revolves around how much dosage she should be given and her medication in general. And honestly, her story is just mediocre. She's kind of a B. Well, C tier is more accurate, to be honest. This is a C tier character. She's pretty useful, but in terms of story, it's definitely a C tier for me, guys. And this is Cassidy here. So Cassidy here is actually a she actually used to work in a caravan company, but after an incident where her caravan company got attacked, which basically everybody that was working under her died, she's kind of on her own sort of thing. And then pretty much her backstory is figuring out who killed her caravans and whatnot, and the people working for her. So her story is a revenge story, but it's kind of underwhelming because you come to recognize that it's been set up by the people at Camp McCarran under, I forgot what's her name. Her backstory is pretty lame, but I'm gonna put her a C tier. Who's this one? Okay, this is actually Veronica. So Veronica's backstory is that she's actually with the Brotherhood of Steel. So the Brotherhood of Steel is essentially struggling in Fallout New Vegas because the Wasteland is pretty brutal. They're struggling, and pretty much you can argue that they're slowly becoming nothing left but remnants, like the Enclave in Fallout New Vegas for the Brotherhood of Steel. So this faction is essentially struggling. So Veronica is pretty much trying to actually find a way to help out the Brotherhood of Steel. So her backstory is that you pretty much travel and look for a way to help out the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, pretty much no matter what you help them out with, the Brotherhood of Steel's, they're pretty much ignorant to Veronica's helping, but Veronica herself is ignorant as well. So two polar opposites detract. You can just put it that way. And at the end of her backstory, you can either choose for her to stay in the Brotherhood of Steel to try to help them, or just leave them and abandon them. And honestly, this story is okay, actually. I'll give her a B, I guess, in terms of storyline. She also likes dresses, by the way. I don't know why. She likes dresses. And then this character here is Southpaw. I think her name is Southpaw, I believe. Or something Paul. She's from the Honest Hearts DLC. She's actually a really... oh, man. She's a boring companion. She's an F tier. She doesn't really have a backstory. I mean, her backstory isn't as drawn out or fleshed out as the rest of these here, which is kind of disappointing. Like, all of these characters that are in the lower tiers, the problem they have is that these characters are DLC characters from DLCs. So these two here, Dean Domino and Dog, or God, they're from the Dead Money DLC. And then these two here are from the Honest Hearts DLC. So in a way, since it's a DLC, they don't have much to flesh out from. Because the rest of these here, they're actually fleshed out from the Wasteland. Like the main setting of the game itself. Compared to these four here. So I'm not being brutal. It's just the fact that the game developers didn't give them much to go on from. So this is my unbiased take. But in Fallout New Vegas, this is my tier list. I'll have Rex, Raul, and then Joshua Graham. These three here are S tier, without a doubt. Boone is an A tier, but he can kind of be a dick sometimes. And then B tier, we have EDE, Arcade Gannon, and Veronica here. C tier, you have Christine. Dang, I forgot what. Lily and God damn it. These characters, man. I haven't played Fallout New Vegas in such a long time. They're eating my head. And Cassidy here. There it goes. And then D Domino and Dog are D tier, and then these two are F tiers. But that's just my personal take, guys. Don't take it personal if you disagree with my take. But I'm a big fan of Fallout New Vegas, though. Fallout is actually known for a lot of memes because that game is super glitchy. Like, if you... it's... That's the thing that kind of ruins Fallout, but that's also the thing that gives it the charm. The charm is that it's a fun but flawed game. It's kind of like Skyrim. Same creators, by the way. Fallout and Skyrim are the same creators at Bethesda Studios. Well, except for New Vegas. New Vegas had Obsidian go back to work on it. But overall, guys, it's been a crazy one, I tell you what, in terms of Fallout. But that's my tier list. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day, guys. I'm single, but I prefer being that way. I don't have any desires for dating at the moment. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to be resting, sleeping, and getting fat. Like, I'm celebrating with these juice here, guys. We're celebrating, and we're also getting closer to 1K. That's pretty nice, too. Also, if you're wondering, what is my taste in women? I actually prefer slightly older women. Yeah. It's always been that way since I started dating, and will always be that way. I prefer slightly older women, but hey, that's just my personal taste. So, everybody has their own taste, guys. But without further ado, I don't know exactly when I'll stream again, guys. But I'm trying to think of when about like exactly when I'll stream. I need some time to relax, though, I'll tell you what, because like last week I had 0 time to relax. So this week I'm gonna take some time off from exercising and some stuff like that so I can relax and sleep. 1K will happen today. If 1K happened today, I would legit cry. You got your eyes on one, Kumo? No, I don't. No, I don't. Mr. B's, I do not. Currently, I'm gonna stay single. But now you guys know my taste, though. You have a slight understanding of my taste in women. Now, I don't mind if the girl I like or somebody I like is my age, but like, what I prefer is slightly older women. But hey, that's just the way it is. It's always been like that in my family, by the way. My family is really great at finding people. Getting intimate, if you know what I'm saying. It's always been in the family. Because hey, look at my dad. 16 children. The 8th child of 16 kids. 1 stepsister. And then my ethnicity is all over the place. So, that's just the way our family works. At this point, I'm going to have to learn another language, guys, so I can speak with my nieces and nephews. Because, my gosh, man, my nephew that was just born. That little guy, I gotta learn a new language. That's gonna be crazy. How much languages do I need to learn? 8? Like, I already had to practice 7 languages already. Why do I need an 8th language? My god, I can, like, god damn. Oh, that is a headache. That family tree is gonna be so all over the place. Well, there's the goal, though. I would like to actually learn a 4th language. I mean, 4 languages if possible. My dad can speak 3. My mom can speak 2. I want to speak 4. Fluently, though. Fluently. When I say speak 4 languages, I mean fluently. I can only speak 2 languages sort of fluently. Reptile vlog was fun. Did they ever yell at you for recording? So in terms of... So recording was actually very difficult. Because it was crowded. And the custodians and the people in charge of the event said that I could record. But in terms of who I could record, I gotta ask permission to record at their booth of what they were selling. So some people, I did not get a chance to record the stuff they had because I couldn't get permission, or either because they was too busy selling stuff to where I couldn't get into contact with them, so I kind of skipped over those people. But I tried my best. and I recorded as much as I could. Now on my Laxo channel, I'm going to post like the longer version, the full one, which is like 12 minutes maybe. 12 minutes, maybe 18 minutes, somewhere between there. And honestly, it was pretty hard to record because my hand was shaking 24/7 because everybody was shoving me behind. Like, I'm holding my camera down like this, and people are shoving behind me trying to get through. So, like, I think people noticed that too if you watch the vlog. The recording was a bit shaky at times because people were either pushing around me or people were behind me, trying to get through. It was very crowded. It was, hooey. I did get one new tarantula, another Goliath bird eater, which is kind of cringe because I just sold one away. But I'm hoping that this one that I just got is a male. Because, man, like I said, when I went to Repticon, I sold away all of my females. Well, not all, but some of my females. I said this before and I'll say it again, I have too many females. All I really need at this point are just males to breed. But finding a male is it is so tedious. Like, nobody had males, so I'm trying. Like, hold up. Maybe I can show you guys some stuff. I'm going to show you on stream one new thing I did get. Hold up. Alright guys, let me show you a new pet I got. So here's my new pet, guys. His name is Dandelion. So you don't know his gender? When it comes to tarantulas, you will never know his gender until it's older. Unless you have a microscope. I don't have a microscope, so I gotta do this with the naked eye. In terms of sexing a tarantula, to tell if it's a boy or a girl. But I got a new frog. Yep, this is my new pet frog. His name is Dandelion. So Dandelion here is a small little frog. I'm currently making a diary on this guy to keep up with them because this guy is new to the family. I named him after Dandelion because I'm going to give this guy the life I've never had. Like, as a kid, I had zero childhood. Like, almost none. I can count all the good things that happened to me in my childhood with my hands. Lesser than my hands. I cannot count 10 good things in my life as a child. My childhood was rough. So, like, as somebody who had a rough childhood and a really bad upbringing, and someone who still suffers from the pain from that day still, or those years, like, my childhood was robbed from me, to be honest. But that doesn't mean, like, I don't even know what a childhood is, to be honest. So the most I can do, guys, is to give this little frog a life I never had. The chances I never got. I'm hoping so I named him Dandelion. Because it's personal to me. It's special to me. And that's his name, Dandelion. Like a dandelion, I hope that one day he'll fly far away and land somewhere much better. Dandelions are my favorite flowers, by the way, guys. But I hope that one day this little guy grows up to be big and strong. And I'm going to give him everything that I could never got. Or everything I never had in my childhood. I don't know what a childhood is, but I'm going to try to give him the best I got. But welcome to the family, little guy. That's his name, Dandelion. Now here's the thing. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so we're going to have to wait. Because when I bought him, like, when I got him recently, he was still a baby, so you cannot tell if a little froglet is a boy or a girl until it grows older. So honestly, I don't know if this is going to be a boy or a girl frog. So we had to grow it out. So I gave it a neutral name, Dandelion. So regardless of if this is a boy or a girl, I'm just gonna do my best to raise this little one. And then just hope that it had a childhood or something worth remembering that I never got the chance to. I still wish I had a childhood though. But a good thing therapy exists. It puts your mind in the right place sometimes. But this little guy, I don't know. I don't know exactly if it's a boy or a girl, but Dandelion is his name though, guys. But yeah, that's the new pet that is in our collection. I won't show him too often because he's currently kept in a critter keeper. So I talked to some of my friends in Taiwan and in Thailand and in Japan as well. So essentially, when it comes to keeping frogs, they just keep them in tubs. Legit in tubs. So you see those containers behind me? They essentially keep them in those as well. But the difference is that is empty but with a little bit of water. They said that as the frog gets older, they're going to defecate more and they're going to actually pee and poop more often since they're larger. So essentially, the reason why they keep it in tubs is to make sure it stays sterilized and clean. Pretty much makes it more convenient to clean. So yeah. So if you're wondering why in those YouTube videos where people are cleaning their frogs or washing them in bathtubs, why their frogs look so clean, it's because they keep them in very empty enclosures. Put it simply, very empty enclosures. I truly mean that. So in the future, this little guy is going to get a more emptier enclosure. I'm not saying he's going to get a bad home. I'm just saying I got to keep him clean. Frogs are known for having ammonia issues, which comes from dirtiness. So, yeah, if there's too much unsanitary going on, he can actually die from ammonia, like really bad stuff. So I gotta make sure he poops right, eats right, and pees right, and I gotta clean him often. So yeah, I'm doing a diary of me raising this little guy currently, or this little girl, this little one. I don't know exactly how long until I post it, but it's a work in process, I'll tell you what. But yeah, guys, we're about 2 hours in, and my video is not... The bitrate is falling, it's dying. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're back. Nope, we're dying. Why? Okay, we're back. But essentially though, guys, I'm going to raise this frog. It's more of a personal thing, to be honest. So, I'm not going to show this frog too often. I will actually show an update in the future of the diary and whatnot. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm going to call it a stream here for today. I do not know when I'll stream again, guys. Tomorrow, I'll not stream though. I'm going on break. I may stream again on Friday or Thursday. So, just a heads up. But yeah, guys, Dandelion is a new addition to my family. I'm going to try my best to raise him and give him a life I never had. And yeah, for those who have a childhood, congrats. I don't. Well, not a good one at least. Or one that I can remember. The only thing I remember was that I ran away from home as much as I can. But yeah, without further ado, see you next time. Thanks for stopping by the stream. And happy early Valentine's Day. Or late Valentine's Day. And may everybody have somebody, right? We should really celebrate White Day. Why don't they do that here in America or in the UK or in Europe? But whatever. Without further ado, see you.